Residential electrician. Residential electrician, that's the most simple and easiest phase of any electrical, I would say, industry. The most important part inside of a house is, I want to say, your room. So pretty much now they don't upgraded the code to have AFCIs inside of a room. So the phase of that is to really protect from any type of arcing and stuff like that, to possibilities save lives or save from fires happening. And also the AFCI is very sensitive. It's gonna make sure whoever kind of like wired up a device or anything, they're gonna, if the ground ain't connected, the neutral not connected, or the whatever not connected, it's gonna not function and it's gonna keep triggering the breaker or that device, which is the AFCI. You're gonna instead see the light indicating, letting you know that it's in the tripping setting because something ain't right, and that's what it is. Next is this right here is the most, I would say, area of a house that you're going to use your power, the most power in the house is going to be inside your kitchen. Your kitchen, you're going to have your 240 amp receptacle for your stove, and then you're going to have two dedicated 20 amp circuits inside of your kitchen. Your microwave is going to pull between 8 to 12 amps. You're going to probably see on the microwave, you're going to probably see like watts. So what you would do is, you're going to learn a formula, how you do the division, how you do from watts, trying to get to see how many amps you're going to pull. So you'll learn the division part about how to do it, about the watts and Ohm's law, and he'll teach you about that. Second, this right here, anytime you see water, if it's within 6 feet, you got to have a GFCI. That's what it really supposed to do. It's supposed to be in a certain situation where it protects situation for a while where water is within 6 feet. I would say this right here. Inside of your furnace, you got a double pole 60 amp. So, what you got down there is kind of like it's a heating coil and all the other stuff. Also, you have your double pole 30 down there too, which goes to your AC unit and feed from there to there. But the most important situation of being down there is knowing the concept of it's a transformer that goes from 240 down to 24 volts to your thermostat. And that's how you be able to control the temperature setting inside your house. I would say in residential slash, it's called, what they call it, the terminology is, you got houses and you got mobile homes. Inside of mobile homes, you got to go underneath the house or whatever, because the wires are kind of like either inside the sheetrock or underneath. So the difference is, inside of a house is an attic. It's kind of a little bit similar to like commercial projects, but the only thing about it, once you get up inside that ceiling, you got to really know how you walk in and what is this and that, because one little slip and you going straight through the ceiling. So like I just said, but over time you are kind of like, you'll get used to it or this and that. But like I said, that's my least experience section I have in electrical. I have a little bit, but I mean, like I just said, it's something simple and easy. It really don't take long to learn. It's just the main concept of you learning, the interior part, because the exterior part which is for your grounding part, which is for your ground rod that goes 8 to 10 feet in the ground. And then that part you'll come off with a, you know, copper wire going inside your meter can, make sure it's grounded. You know, Once you start getting your hands on it and doing it a couple times, residential is just gonna be so simple and easy, not that hard. You just got to know about the different terminology of in houses. When you do like what they call it, the termination for the panels, you're gonna have to use this term called null lock, because the conductors that you're putting inside the termination blocks are aluminum. So it's good to put that null lock on there, because it stop it from corrosion, and also, well, it's gonna corrode, but it stop it once you get inside there and you torque it down or whatever. It kind of like keeps it up a little big and stuff like that. So the term is called null lock. But I would say this right here. Residential something simple and easy. So, you know, also you also have your smoke detectors and smoke alarms inside your house, which is kind of connected to rooms circuits because they pull like zero point 0.3 amps. So what you would do, you would probably get like a constant hot coming from a room that is I would say on an exterior, it's probably coming from getting this hot from there. Or they could have it also in kind of like a, like I said, a way of someone do it in a series or someone do it in a parallel. But the most important part is whenever that device, smell smoke or whatever, or dictate smoke, it goes off.